What's up, everybody? This is Dark Monster Moon 87, Mr. Hack and Slash, and today's Chaos walkthrough will be about Ginchiyo Tachibana, and it's gonna be pretty fucking awesome because she was one of my favorite characters in the Samurai Warriors series. Ooh, shocker! Alright, so let's see what we got here. I want to max out her stats, so basically not fully max out because I know they're not gonna fully max out, but you're gonna want to pick her and you're gonna want to pick, let's see, where is she at? Here we go, the beautiful lady of Calp. Calp. Alright, so this is the character's weapon skills I have. I took osmosis out and I still kick ass. Epic, I know. So agility plus 10, wind plus 10, blast plus 10. She's just a fucking beast with this setup. I was kicking ass. I basically beat like every stage I was playing and I didn't lose not one time at all, and she just kicked plenty of ass. So a couple of days ago, Tecmo Koei Europe was giving out prizes to like certain people on Twitter, and I actually won. Me and a couple of other big names from Tecmo Koei Europe actually won, and Tecmo Koei Europe told us, you know, thank you for helping us build this company and everything, and it felt pretty good, you know. I felt like I accomplished another goal in my gaming career and everything, because just getting told from a big company, well, not big, like super humongous, supreme huge company, because the community for Tecmo Koei is like big as fuck. So to get told thank you for helping us build with the company, it's just crazy, and it made me very proud to be a part of this company. And it just sucks because it sucks, and I'm saying, let me explain why it sucks, because there's certain big YouTubers that would love a company to like tell them some shit like that, and they don't get that type of treatment, and it sucks, you know. They'll be sponsored to a whole bunch of people, they'll have good gameplay or whatever, but the video game company that they want a shout out from and everything, it just doesn't happen. And then there's small channels that they get all that, but there's people that ask me, how did you get, you know, a good relationship with Tecmo Koei? And honestly, I stepped up to the plate. I started talking to a couple of people. I was talking to Chen, I was talking to a bunch of people. Like there was so many people I was talking to that I just can't even name because there was too many of them. And I would email them, stay in contact like they told me to and everything, and follow the rules and everything. And eventually I got to certain places where I wanted to go with this video game company, and they've treated me like family, and I enjoy every bit of it. And you know, after that, it's just been epic awesome from here on out. Her S string is pretty cool. Look, she just slices away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and her C5 is pretty badass too. You all would remember it from Samurai Warriors. Well, most of her moves from Samurai Warriors she still has, so it's pretty badass. So pretty much I won that gift. I will show it on the vlog that I make next time. And one of the topics that I wanted to talk about today were about video game companies not being perfect. Now, tons of people get aggravated at video game companies because they might change something at the last minute. They might promote something so huge and they'll go, this game has these features on it. And then when you get the game, it doesn't have none of those features on it, or the features of that game are not working online, or it's just something always happening. Nothing's never perfect. And pretty much people get aggravated at that. They're like, what the fuck? Like, let me make a huge example. When Call of Duty Black Ops 2 came out, everybody was just souped. They're like, yeah, you know, it's gonna have this, it's gonna have all these guns, it's gonna have all these perks, and you know, everybody was just excited. And then all of a sudden the game comes out, and not even 10 minutes later, all you hear is, it sucks, it's horrible. And you know, they were hitting up the video game company dude that helped make it and everything. Let me shut off the volume on this damn phone because I don't want it interfering. So yeah, they would hit the dude up in Twitter. I forgot his fucking name, man, but you know, I like first person shooters, but you know, if I heard the game, some of the functions are not working, I'm not really gonna catch a heart attack. They'll fix it eventually. They're human beings. Nobody's perfect. Their bosses could tell them, because there's always somebody higher than somebody at a job. So their bosses could have told them at the last minute, hey, can you do this to the game? And they probably, you know, did like a upgrade to the game, but it probably fucked up something else. Which that's most of the time usually happens. And you're like, what the fuck? You upgraded this, but you fucked this up? That happens sometimes to most games. They try to upgrade something and it fucks up something else. So, you know, it also happened with a couple of games. Like, let me make an example. Dynasty Warriors. There was a couple of Dynasty Warrior games that all the characters had clone movesets. And clone movesets are basically, let me explain to some of you because some of you probably don't know what that is. It's basically some of the characters have the same damn moves as every other character. And people get bored of that shit. They're like, oh, it's boring. And that's why with Dynasty Warriors 8, all the characters don't have clone movesets no more. So that's what everybody's excited about with that game. But there's certain games that unfortunately, like, I'm trying to see if I can jump over this. Oh, I can't. And that would have been fucking awesome. But yeah, there's certain games that they can't, some of them can't fix, or some of them just don't want to fix. Like, unfortunately, there's a shitload of video game companies that they just want to take your money and not fix a damn thing, and they don't care about the gamers at all. And then there's video game companies that give a fuck about the gamers, and they want to fix their products so that way in the future everybody else can buy their game and everything will be fine. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I always count down that charge attack because it's just too damn awesome. There we go. Look at these archers. Fuck you, archers. You just got sliced the fuck up. There you go. Tachibana. The Tachibana clan. So yeah, that's pretty much it with that, you know. Like, I can understand if like the actual person was making all them damn moves, even though some of them in a video game company do, like, they'll be like, you know what, I'm gonna fuck this up in the game, and the people are still gonna buy it anyway because they love first person shooters or they love hack and slash games, which isn't right, but that's how some of them think, believe it or not. Also, let me give you another thing of advice for gaming. If you see a game and you're like, damn, it looks interesting, but you're iffy about buying it, then go rent the game or sign up to GameFly. That's why they made fucking GameFly, you know. Or if you're cool with a bunch of friends that own those games, then borrow the fucking game. And if you like it, then buy it. Don't go to a game store and spend like $60 and $70 fucking dollars because you're iffy about a game that you don't know if it's good or not. You don't know if it's the type of game you'll play, and then you'll buy it and say, oh, this ain't it. This game don't have what I really like, you know, because a lot of people do that. and then they just leave the game there. And by the time they go to like send it back to the store, because there's people that are very busy in life, you know, so by the time they go send it back to like the GameStop or whatever store they went to buy their game, they can't. And then the store goes, hey, but we can give you a 25% credit. That's not even what you paid for, you know. I can understand if they gave you the same exact amount of credit. That's another thing I wanted to talk about. Game stores that fucking rip people off. Like, the game, it could have came out that month the game was released. It could have came out, let's say if Metal Gear Rising came out in February, correct? Which it is. I'm just letting everybody know. And all of a sudden, you know, you go to take it back because it's not the type of game you wanted, and you know, it's still in the wrapping and everything. There's some game stores that they don't play that shit. They're like, I don't care if it's in the wrapping, we'll give you some credit for it. And which they really are not supposed to do that shit, but you know what, they don't care. That's all it. They just don't care. They don't give a fuck about your feelings, unfortunately. And it sounds so cold-hearted, but that's how some gaming stores are. So you're like, damn, I just spent like $60-$70, or you bought the collector's box set. And then sometimes this happens also, and it's funny because it's happened to me already with Skyrim, with a bunch of games. Yes, Skyrim. I got Skyrim. I got a shit ton of games, but you know, sometimes it'll be a holiday or your birthday or something, and you might have a game that you already have in your collection, and one of your family members or friends or something, like, they just buy you it and they don't realize that you have it because you have so many fucking games, right? So you're like, thank you. Or sometimes you just tell them the truth and go, hey, you know, you tell them nicely, like, I already have this game, but, you know, thank you, and they'll send it back for you, you know. But video game companies, like the stores, video game stores, excuse me, like, some of them don't do that shit, and then they make up a shitload of excuses. Like, let me make another example about some video game stores. Like, let me see, GameStop, right? You know, I love GameStop. Don't get me wrong. I got nothing against GameStop, but I just disagree. You know, I got a disagreement about something that they do in certain stores, because it's certain GameStop stores that I highly dislike, and I'm like, are you fucking kidding me? And you're gonna charge the same exact price after you just did this? They tell you that they have a game brand new, right? And brand new, you would think it's in the wrapper, you know, it's fresh, it just came out of the truck. No, they give you a CD out of a case. The shit could have had a scratch on it, but they'll call it brand new, right? And the case is already open. There's no wrapper on it or nothing. You think they deduct like $10, $15, at least $5 off that game or something, and don't charge tax on that? Nope. They don't do that shit. And you know, certain people, especially the adults or whatever, because the children, they're like, hey, I got a game, you know, they're so excited that they don't really care. But the adult gamers, they're like, are you fucking serious? Like, you're gonna charge me like the complete price, and it's not really new? Like, it's just the case in the game. And sometimes, and I'm gonna be honest with you, because this shit's happened to me before, I didn't really care because I was in a rush and I was going on vacation. But I wanted to get Devil May Cry 4, right? Because I lost my copy, and they're gonna go, oh, we got it brand new. And I see them pull out a case and open it, and I'm like, the fuck you doing? Why you opening my game, man? And you know, I wasn't trying to be rude, but when I seen that, it just got me like aggravated. I'm like, what the fuck are you doing, right? So then when that happened, fucking They were just like, oh, it's brand new. I'm like, that's not brand new. That's a used game. It's just a brand new casing on it. So then they try to get away with murder with that. And I was like, you know what? I'm not getting this unless you deduct like $10 off that shit, because that's bullshit. Like, you seriously, you guys do that to everybody? So then he just looked at me like if I was fucking crazy and shit. But it's the truth though, people. Like, if you go to a game store, they're telling you it's brand new, and then it's not even in the wrapper. They're opening the case and everything. You're gonna look like, what the fuck? So yeah, man, that's pretty much it. You know, don't blame certain gaming companies. You know, even though everybody's entitled to their own opinion, but a lot of them do help the gaming community, and then a lot of them don't. And you know the ones that don't. So there's no point in complaining and talking shit or whatever, because sometimes a game could be hot and it could be the people online that make it fucked up. You all know what I'm talking about. So this is Dark Masamoon 87, Mr. Hack and Slash. I hope you all enjoyed this chaos walkthrough, and I'll see you all on the next one. Peace.